Hi guys, and welcome to another Colour and Chat with me, Sean. And welcome everyone who's just coming in. We're just going to wait for a few more people to come in as well. Just going to chat and catch up. Just came from Heather's live stream, which was fantastic, and she was finishing up her amazing Kirby Roseanne's Mythomorphia Werewolf, which was absolutely fantastic. So hi everyone coming in. So hi Justine, hi Nick and Tina. And thank everyone for the thumb up already. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to be doing a image by an artist called Rebecca Sinz. Maybe you know her, maybe you don't. And she is... Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much for letting me know, Dusty. She is a great artist. She does a lot of Gothic and Gothic style imagery, so perfect for Halloween. And this is part of a grayscale bundle that she has on her Etsy store. And I have linked her Etsy store in the description box below. Hi, Heather. No problem. You enjoy your food, and I'll see you in a bit. And this one just grabbed me. It's called The Harvest. So you've got this scarecrow lady here. So she's half human, half scarecrow, and she's even stuffed with straw. So I thought it was pretty cool and a little bit different. So I thought we'll do this. We'll do this with some Inktense. I'm going to try some of the Karen brush markers as well to see what these are like on here. So we're going to be playing with water, with water-based materials today, so something a little bit different. I might have to go in with some Prismacolor pencils because it is quite dark in some areas. It is a dark grayscale. So if I do want a bit more coverage, I might have to go in with a wax-based pencil to cover it. Hi, Louise. Hi, Rochelle. Hello, everyone's coming in. It's nice seeing you all here. I'm just going to quickly just check my camera settings for you all and just make sure that we've got the best quality possible, because we know that YouTube has been playing up for a lot of us lately. So let's make it difficult for the gremlins. Okay, so I'm in streaming software. So I hope everyone is well, and I know across the pond you are all excited and getting ready for Halloween because it's a massive celebration over there. I wish it was as big a celebration here as it is over across the pond, but unfortunately it's just one day to us. Even though Christmas is, but we make an entire month for Christmas, but not for Halloween. So make sure autofocus is off. Autofocus off. There we go. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go. Yes, Nick and Tina are going to be doing hosting a colorathon for a Christmas one. So they currently are doing. There's currently I think it's just finished. Just finished. I can't speak. Just finished a Spooktober colorathon with numerous coloring streamers got together and done a Spooktober colorathon, and Nick and Tina are going to continue that on in December for a Christmas version, which I'm more than happy to take part in. And I think it's only going to be the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th of December. So the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you are a colouring channel and you want to take part, just drop Nick and Tina a message and they'll put you on the list. Also, as well, if you're not a colouring channel and you want to take part, then by all means you can follow the colouring channels when they do stream. Myself, I'm more than happy to let you all know what I'm going to be colouring in advance, and you can, grab the image and take part. So yeah, everyone is welcome, and everyone is welcome to join in. So again, for people just coming in, this image is by by Rebecca Sinz, and she is a artist. You find her on Etsy. She does a lot of prints as well as colouring pages, She does numerous things as well, but her grayscale coloring bundles are absolutely beautiful. And if you just go over there, the link is in the description. Hi, Louise. And yeah, she's absolutely fantastic. I thought it was just an artist, like something a bit new, because we haven't seen a lot of this artist around on YouTube, have we? So I thought I'd introduce you all to her work. Only a month for Christmas, yeah, December. I'm not these ones. I put my Christmas tree up straight after Halloween. No. So we're going to be using the Brush Marker Pro, the Karen brush markers. And this is the smaller set, which looks a little, it just folds out. Like so. And they're just like a brush marker with water-based ink. I have those in regular colors, and also the metallics as well. The metallics are beautiful, and I'm going to be using these all over Christmas as well. So these are going to be used quite a lot over the Christmas period because they're perfect for brush lettering and also just for like little details on, you know, on our pieces for a bit of shimmer, a bit of glimmer, shimmer and glimmer. And we're going to be using some Inktense as well. So I've got everything set and prepped up. On Thursday, which is Halloween, for those who haven't got any plans for Halloween, I am going to be here at 8 p.m. GMT time to do a Halloween special, and we're going to be doing a feature with Kim White. I'm not sure if she's going to be here or not. She might be, she may not be. She is quite busy. But if she can be, then she will be here if she can be. And we're going to be looking at her Creative Life Happy Club, Creative Happy Life Club, and what the perks are in the club. We're going to be looking at her Halloween imagery, her book, and her swatch pages, her little diary that she's working on. Hi, Kenny. No problem. You enjoy your grocery shopping, hon. I'll speak to you soon. So yes. That's what we have planned. So I'm going to show you how to use the Karen markers. There's different ways you can use them. You do get a little booklet inside that tells you how you can use them. My thoughts were, hi Ryan. My thoughts were you could just use them directly with water, like a watercolor brush, but apparently that's not the case. What you can do, there's different ways you can do it. You can do two colors at once. So let's say you wanted an orange and a yellow. You can take the lids off both, and then you can touch the tips. Just makes me think of sausage party. Just the tips. So touch the tips, and then when you do go to write something or color something, you'll have a color transition, which if I get my ceramic plate, I didn't hold it long enough. Is it this one or is it this one? You get a bit of a transition, but it's better on paper. So yeah, and you can also use a ceramic plate as well for mixing. So if I wanted to mix these together, I could. And then you can use it with a brush. You can also use it with the blender. So you could touch it with the blender and then use the blender, and then you can go from a light color to a very soft fade. So there's different ways you can use them. So I'm going to do the sunflowers actually first, just to show you some brush marker work. So let's get some colors out for that. And this is kind of going to be a color palette theme anyway throughout. I'm going to think, you know, like autumn colors like this is going to be pretty much what we're going to be using. But we're going to make the sunflowers a bit more brownish because they look like they are dying, which adds to the... Oh, no problem. If Heather goes, then it should be fine for now. But if Heather does have to go, then of course I'll add you to the mod list. So yeah, we're going to make these a bit more brownish because it looks like they are dying. So adds to the eeriness. So let's try the tip technique. So I'll take the lightest color and then this orangey yellow. And as you can see, it's on the tip, it's picking up. And then if I just go in, I'll do that again. Now the nibs on these are absolutely fantastic. The brushes on them are brilliant. They do withhold their point very well. As you can see, it blends from an orange into a yellow. Actually, Nick, I'll put you on the mod list because I think Heather said she was going to go and get some food. So there you go. You're on there, Nick. And then, are you here? Oh, hi, Christine. Hi, Hon. How are you doing? It's a great picture, isn't it? It's by Rebecca Sinz, who I recently discovered on Etsy. And then if you just go over the edge where you've got the, the clear line difference between the orange and yellow, it should blend, but I'm not pressing any pressure on it at all. Just like a brush, just lightly brushing over it. And then if we, oh yeah, you have to shake them as well. That's what I forgot to do. You have to shake them. This color is, what color did I say it was? Rosewood. It's called Rosewood. So with the brush, I'm just dabbing. What size is the picture? I've just printed it on A4. and I've also just put some washi tape around it, just so when I do use the Inktense, I could take it off and still have a nice clear border. A4 is very similar to letter size. So over in the US you have letter size, and we have A4, which I believe A4 is just the tiniest little bit bigger, but not by much at all. And that's pretty much a standard size for us as A4. Oh, is it smaller? Is A4 smaller? My apologies. There, I have keeping me right. Apparently, A4 is smaller. I thought it was the other way around. Isn't one longer and one's skinnier? If that makes sense. And this is sepia. So how is everybody? Has everyone had a good weekend? I know a few of you have been doing the Spooktober because we're coming up to Halloween. And I've noticed a lot of people are doing Halloween related images. I've seen quite a lot of witches around, colouring wise, I mean like colouring images. Yeah, there's a lot of witches being coloured. I've seen a lot of those. And I've seen a few vampires, but mostly witches. Witches seem to be very popular this year for colouring. Hi Loretta, hi hon, how you doing? No problem, Christine. I'm using the current brush markers, Brush Marker Pros. Commonly, these are used for brush lettering, calligraphy, but you can use them in art as well. You can use them with water as well, but I find that I don't really get very good results when I try them with water myself. I've seen a few people that get brilliant results. I just haven't quite mastered how to do it yet. No problem, Nick. Yeah, if anyone wants to grab themselves a coffee or whatnot, you can come and go as you choose, of course. Oh, bless you, Laura. Strange, isn't it? It's like practically bedtime here in the UK, and you are just pretty much waking up on the other side. So yeah, I'm just dotting this really to get that sort of effect of the inside of a sunflower. I've just got the sniffle left over, Heather. For some reason, I'm just keep having to blow my nose all the time, and it's just the sniffle. But I don't have the cough. I don't have a fever. That's all gone. It's just left over, which I'm constantly blowing my nose. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just sniffling. But I think David's coming down with something now. I think I've passed it on to him. Those up with vampiric ways are just waking up. Yes, it's about early dinner time in Canada. Nick and Tina are in Canada as well, so I'm usually about 4 o'clock your time in Canada. I've just come on a little bit earlier today. going to go in with a bit of black as well, just to the deepest bit here. But yeah, but these are covering up the black quite nicely. That's already down, so maybe I could get away with just using some of this on the very dark areas, especially when it comes to the raven. The raven's quite dark, so I was wondering how I'm going to add my own markings on him. Yesterday we had a nice day out. Actually, it was quite nice yesterday here in the northeast of England. Cold, but very bright and sunny, but was very cold. So we went out into our city, which is Durham, and we had a lovely roast meal. And we had a long walk around Durham, went to the cathedral, had a walk around the cathedral, which is massive. They even got a cafe and a shop inside the cathedral because it's a massive tourist attraction. And if any of you are a Marvel fan, the scene on Avengers, is it Avengers Endgame? The scene where Thor sees his mother again just before she's killed. That scene there was actually filmed in Durham Cathedral. And we saw exactly where Chris Hemsworth had filmed that scene, which is pretty cool. Oh yes, in Canada you have different time zones. There's 3 different time zones, depending on whereabouts in Canada you're from. So yeah, it was a good day out, and had a few cocktails, a few gins, because I like the gin. Have you not seen Endgame yet? Well, it's not really spoiling the fact that saying that Thor's mother dies because she died in one of the 4 movies anyway. It was just like a flashback, and part of it they go back in time at some point, and you goes back to time to that point just before what happens to his mother, and that part is actually filmed in Durham Cathedral, which is my hometown, my city. Use a bit of gold in here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They went loads of places to film. They went around UK. They filmed in New Zealand. They filmed in, I think they filmed in Croatia, New Zealand. They filmed everywhere. Oh, Loretta, do you not have, sorry, Christine, do you not have Loretta on Instagram? She posts her sketches all the time. They are great. And amazing what she can do, actually, because she doesn't use, like, really expensive art materials or anything like that. She just uses materials that anyone can get, probably from the supermarket or, from craft stores. And it's amazing what she does with them. Like even just using standard Crayola pencils, she does great wonders with using them. And I know a lot of us used to use them, in our younger years, but you try to use them now, a lot of us struggle, don't we? But Loretta can make them work, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that is our sunflower head. And there's a few of them to go, so just 2 more of those. The rest of them are kind of washed out in the background, so there's this one as well. So what I might do, I might just do like a wash, like a bit of watercolor wash in the background. Let's start with that. Is it rosewood again? It is interesting what you came up with, and being able to try and blend just basic Crayola pencils. It's pretty brave, because I've tried using them again now, and I find them very hard to work with. So if you can make them work, then hats off to you. Hey, April. Is it? That's awesome. If you can make them work, then that's fantastic. So everyone has different preferences when it comes to pencils. Some like harder lead pencils, some like softer. Um, some people think the Black Widows are a hard pencil, and I think they're quite soft. But that's just, personal interpretation, really, isn't it? Everyone has different pressures. Well, I'm quite heavy-handed, so that's why I probably think, oh, these are really soft because I'm quite heavy-handed. Somebody who's light-handed will think, oh, they're quite stiff. So yeah, I've not really played around with these quite a lot, these Kara markers. So I just thought, because I knew I was going to be doing ink tens, just because I fancied using them. But then I saw these on the shelf, and I was like, well, I've not used these in a while, and I know they're not cheap, and I was kindly sent them to me by the supplier. So I thought, I really need to give them another go, because I've seen a lot of great work with them. I think I just haven't quite mastered how to use them yet. So I just need a bit more practice with them. But before these, I did have the Arteza brush markers, and I just did not get along with them at all. I just did not like them, and I ended up giving those away. But the other Arteza products that I've got, I do actually really enjoy. But these are much better than the Arteza ones, are 100%. But again, they're also more expensive than the Arteza ones. You can get them on Amazon. So if you just type in Karen brush markers on Amazon, they do sell all their sets on Amazon. You can get the smaller set, you can get the full set, you can get individual color packs, like the metallics. You can get a portrait set and the HS set, I think. So they do different sets as well. Yes, that's right as well. It depends on the paper you use as well. Paper makes a massive difference. So if you're using a more textured paper, then and you've got a pencil that's quite rough, and it takes a lot of layering to get the effect you want, then you want a rough paper because you want to be able to add more layers than you would say with like a Prismacolor. So having a heavy tooth really helps with multiple layering. I have received a few things as well, which is for Christmas. I'm going to be starting Christmas features from November. So we're going to be doing from November to throughout December. We're going to be having quite a few Christmas features because, you know, we need to start in December, because if you see a book that, you know, I show and you want to put on your Christmas list, then, you know, I need to do that in November. So you've got plenty of time to, you know, hint at the hobbies and get it on your Christmas list. But I have actually just been given this by Mazja herself, which is Mazja's Christmas colouring book, and she sent it to me and signed it, which is lovely of her. It's on a thick paper and it's perforated, and we're going to be doing a colouring in this live as well. But they are really cute. I'll just do a very, very quick flip through. But these are just great little mandala-y, not quite mandala-y, but mandala-y type images that are quite nice just to sit and mindlessly colour, you know, sitting by the fire if you've got a fire or electric heater, and just feel cozy when it's cold outside with a hot chocolate. Hey, Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So yeah, these are pretty cute. And I would say this is pretty much way up Christine's street. Would you agree, Christine? I could see you colouring this. So that's pretty cool. So thank you very much, Mazja, for that. But we'll do a full feature of that in November or December with the colouring. And there's a few other ones as well. Like we've got the Hannah Carlson postcard book for Christmas. So what I want to do is a colouring one of these and then maybe send it to a special follower. Who knows? I'm very well. It's just Crochet and Coffee. I'm very well today, actually. Although I have got a bit of a sniffle, but don't worry, I'm fine. You can't catch it from where you are. So if you hear me blow my nose, I do apologise. I know it's disgusting, but human nature and all. I have got a coffee here, but it's a decaf because it's quite late at night. So, should we crack on? As we say. Yeah, I thought you would like that, like our work, Christine. I can see you colouring them. I have a few of her books. She sent me the spring one, which was nice of her, and I have is it From Holland with Love, the hardback one? I've got that one. That one's nice. I managed to get that on Amazon, but you don't really get a lot of her books on Amazon now. I think you get the earlier books on Amazon, but just not the newer ones. No problem, Christine. that's awesome, April. Congratulations. That's awesome. 500 on Instagram. Should start up a YouTube channel. What kind of that? Almonds. I think the way that I like to use these at the moment, because I'm not a professional using these, just use them directly. And then, with the lighter color, you can always go on top with a darker color if you're wanting to blend. Obviously, you have to work quite quick if you want to blend while it's wet. I know obviously she has a channel, but I don't. April, you don't live stream, do you? That's what I meant. Don't live stream. So yes, that's what I meant. So what's people's Halloween plans? Don't think we've discussed that in the channels, have we? Anyone got any interesting Halloween plans? Well, that is the British way of celebrating Halloween in April. And Heather. Us Brits like to ignore the door when people knock on it for sweets. We're so antisocial when it comes to Halloween. We just want to be left alone. Like, don't knock on our door. Please don't knock on our door. We shall not socialise. We're too modern. But if you went back 20 years to the 90s, you'd open the door for anyone. You could leave your door. You could actually leave your door open. Now, you wouldn't ever do that now. But yeah, it's massive over in the USA. So, hey Shadow, hey baby. So I'm quite interested. Anyone in the USA got any interesting plans for Halloween? Coloring movies. Is Halloween massive in Canada as well, or are you like us Brits and it's not that big of a deal? And he's just staring at me. Hello. How you doing? Are you going to bed? Oh, they're all going out. Awesome. He's just decided to sit on just the carpet in front of the door. I think he just wants to be in my company, bless him. Even though David's downstairs. But David's the type of guy who is always got his head in his phone playing things like Candy Crush or Farmville or whatever the latest mobile app game is. He's always got his head in that. So Shadow's probably thinking, well, I'm not getting any attention here. Well, it's a big deal in Canada as well. That's awesome. Have they decided not to go out, 11-year-olds? What's mahjong, Christine? What's mahjong? I'm not in the know of that. Okay, so that's those done with the, forget what they're called, Karen brush markers. Oh, Chinese tiles game. Oh yes, I know what you mean now. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Never played it, but I know what you mean. Okay, so let's start with the lighter color actually. So ocean teal. We'll use the grass green. So give it a shake. And we'll just test them on a leaf, just so we don't have to fully commit. And then the darker one. Obviously, you're not going to get like Corbett marker style blending. They're not going to just automatically blend into any color. You would probably have to stay within color family to get a good blend. Also, don't go no. I don't like maths at the best of times, so to have to do one as a puzzle, no. I do like board games though. I do like board games. I play board games with David quite a lot in the family when they come up. Actually, that's worked quite well, hasn't it, for the caramel and the leaf? Hi Sue, how are you doing, hon? Nice to see you here. So I'm thinking of doing the flowers in the Karens, and then we'll do something tense with the lady. If anyone's interested in the paper that I'm using, because I know we don't really talk a lot about paper, do we? Even though it's like an important aspect of whatever it is you're using. I like to use the Kelly O'Gorman paper. So Kelly O'Gorman, which is the artist that does the flora and fauna book. She has the numbers book and the alphabet book as well, and she has the colouring calendar. She sells her own paper, and it comes in bundles, and it's absolutely fantastic. I use pretty much anything on it, and it works great. So yeah, Kyo Gorman paper is really good, and she does ship international as well. She's on Etsy, and she's a great artist. Hey Kenny, how was your shopping? Did you get anything nice? Did you treat yourself? We treated ourselves yesterday. We had to stop up and fill up the car. And obviously you go into the petrol services, don't you? And you see all the offers, and you see all like the sweets and everything like that as you go to the counter. And they have a new Cadbury Dairy Milk flavor bar out, which is Cadbury Dairy Milk Gingerbread, and that's out for Christmas. And me and David shared that, and it was absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I'm gonna have to get another bar for Christmas. So it's Cadbury's Dairy Milk Gingerbread, really nice. So if you're in the UK, I don't know if you can get it in America because I haven't looked into that. But if you're in the UK, it's out in the supermarkets. Hi Shara, hi darling. How are you doing? But yeah, that was really nice. It tastes just like a gingerbread hot chocolate. Yes, we like Cadbury here. The Cadbury factory is amazing. In Cadbury World, the tourist attraction down in Birmingham, which is further south from me, where Cadbury was invented. It's in a place in Birmingham called Bourneville, which is the name of the first chocolate bar they made, which was the dark chocolate Bourneville. And you can go there and you can see how they make the chocolate, and you can do tasters, the history of chocolate, how Cadbury's was made and how it was invented, and it's really interesting. And you get free chocolate as you go around. So at each part you go into, they give you a free chocolate bar. So I think I came home with about 6 chocolate bars that they were just giving out. And as soon as you park up, you can just smell the melting chocolate from the car park. We don't do it here in the UK, to be honest, much, Loretta. It is advertised. The shops do try and like get us to, buy all the sweets and give them out and do the trick or treating. But it depends on whereabouts you live as well. Like I'm not in a area that has, I would say, a lot of children. There is some, but I think it depends on your area as well. Like we're in an older estate. If it was like a newer estate, then you'd probably think, they do all the trick or treating. But I think a lot of kids here just have parties, don't they? Because it just depends on the day it falls on. And a lot of the time, the kids actually have to go back when it is Halloween. So they'll have half term, which is like when they break up for a week. And usually, I think this year it's different. It's the first time in a while. but usually they break up just before Halloween and they go back just before it, which is kind of rubbish for them, really. I did it, Heather. We have we actually not far from here, so if you ever come up my neck of the woods, obviously give me a shout. But in further into Durham, there's a place called Dalton Park, which is a shopping outlet. So it is like all the discounted stores, and there's actually a Cadbury outlet there, which sells all the discount Cadbury products. So everything's at a discount, and they do like the big bundles as well. And there's also a Lind shop as well, like Lindor, and you can go in there and they do like a Lindor pick a mix, which is amazing. Oh, that's great, Shaw. Cute. The baby is really cute. I've seen the photo on Instagram. So I'm not on Facebook a lot at the moment. I've been taking a bit of a step back with Facebook. It was just taking up too much of my focus, and it was just constantly going off. And I just wasn't really doing much what I wanted to do. Sometimes you just gotta, step back for one thing just so you can focus on the things that you really enjoy. Oh, thanks, Shara. It looks quite cool, doesn't it? What does it say? So Carrot Markers Pro. So this is the little notification. So mixing colors. So you can touch the tips, the two brush markers Pro, and hold them together up tight for around 5 to 30 seconds. The marker at the bottom will absorb temporarily, and the color on the up marker will allow you to create smooth transitions from one color to another. You'll also get two different effects by swapping the markers. So that's what it's saying. It'll give you like a color transition like that. And then if you touch the tips of the marker around and the blender, hold them both upright for around 5 to 30 seconds. If you want to begin painting with a bright color and end up with the full color, keep the blender at the top. If you wish to achieve the opposite effect, hold the blender at the bottom during the touching of the tips. That just makes me think of Sausage Party. Just the tips, just the tips, just touch tips. Put paint on a non-absorbent surface, e.g. plastic. Use two different colors. Then mix the colors with the blender until you get desired color variation. Apply the new color of your work with the blender. So that's one way of using them as well. And then paint on a non-absorbent surface, e.g. plastic, using any color. Then apply the color on your work with the blender. You'll be able to create a smooth transition starting from the full color and ending with a brighter variant of it. So just like that. There's different ways you can use them. Brush Marker Pro contains 2.4 mils of paint. Each they are produced in the liquid ink technology, thanks to which they maintain the color intensity up to the last drop. They are twice more efficient than traditional filter markers. In addition, they are equipped with a Japanese super durable and flexible nylon tip. Brush Marker Pro contains the intense non-toxic paints, which are either dye-based or pigment-based. The neon colors are pigment-based. So yeah, they are really cool. So take care, Shara. I'll see you soon, hon. And thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you. So yeah, that's my Sausage Party impression. Honestly, I think I forgot to put my teeth back in. It's because David yesterday was doing the same thing. He was not pronouncing his words properly, and he was getting all muddled up. Now I think I've caught on to it as well. It's infectious. Did you enjoy your tea supper, Heather? Whatever did you class it as supper, or did you class it as your tea or your dinner? Take care, Sharon. Tea is 4. That's quite early tea, actually. That's an early tea. See, a lot of you are probably confused saying tea. You're probably thinking we drink tea. But also in the UK, especially further up north, so like from the mid to the north, a lot of people will say tea as their evening meal as well. Even though tea time, you would think, the traditional tea is like afternoon tea, so it'll be like sandwiches, scones, little cakes. It's not like that. Not up in the north, in the mid. It just means like your evening meal. I don't know why, but it's just a thing. You don't like tea? Ish. How dare you class yourself and be British? Ish. Society and expectations. I used to always say, it's not a case you don't like tea, you've just not made it properly. You just haven't made it properly. You've not had a very nice made cup of tea. And I make a good, nice cup of tea or coffee, if you like coffee. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, David's the same. As soon as he gets home from work, he's like, "Where's my tea? I'm starving." So I kind of have to have it ready for him because he's just famished after a hard days at work. I don't know if you guys across the pod know that word famished, or if you use that word famished. It means like you're really hungry. Tea lattes, is that like a chai latte, which is like a sweet spicy um milky sort of drink? Because you can buy those over here, and I normally get them at winter time. They're quite nice. They're quite nice before bed. Actually, it's like a quite a soothing evening drink. I know, Christine. It's just like saying if you're Scottish, you don't like whiskey. That's like offensive. It's an offence to not like whiskey and be Scottish. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can. I think it'll probably be a sort of similar thing, but this is like a chai tea, but it's in a powder form. It's in a powder form, and it's just called chai tea, like a chai latte. It's called. A few scoops in, a bit of milk, you stir, and you put hot water, and it's like a creamy cinnamon, nutmeg, like ginger in there as well. It's quite a nice soothing evening drink, like before bed. No problem at all, Nick and Tina. Thank you very much. You're on in half an hour. So, you guys, I haven't even got this finished. I've only just like pretty much got the sunflowers done. I get so caught up in chat, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. It just means I get to do this on another stream. It was kind of like a last minute spare thing to come on, and I didn't realize I was sandwiched between two other streams as well. So it's a shorter one this time. Your dad says Scottish, but you don't like whiskey. See, that must be from the mother's side then, Louise. That must be from the mother's side. Did your father not put your dummy in dip your dummy in whiskey when you're teething? That's a very Scottish thing to do. Just put to dip the dummy in whiskey when the baby's teething. So I have a Scottish heritage, and I have a Scottish and Irish heritage actually. Probably where I get my whiteness from. I'm like whiter than white. As people call it, my ginger skin. Even though I'm not ginger, I've got ginger family, but I've obviously inherited the ginger skin. Not yet. So when did you? Oh, the of the Black Widows. Yes, I did. Ryan tagged me. I've got a tag of Ryan, and I commented on that. If that's what you're talking about. That's why you like whiskey so much. The dummy dip. Yeah, you've got. I think you've got your father to blame for that one. It was a very grandfather or father thing to do. It's what David's grandfather did with him when David was a baby, and he was teething. And he dipped it in his whiskey, and it worked. It stopped the crying. Okay, so that was a little bit play with the Karen. So why don't we just do a little bit play with the Inktense now, just so we can see a bit of both. Hey Kira, it's all right, hon. You've made it for the end of the stream. I've got half an hour left, or just under. So just that was me using the Karen brush markers for the flowers, which just worked out pretty cool actually. It's not bad, is it? We also do it in the metallics as well, which I'm not going to use at the moment. And then I'll just get the. So this is my Inktense I have. I've got the wood box, but this is a 48. This is the only ones I have is 48. But I've got nice enough colours in a colour range, as you can see. But it's quite a chunky box, so I'll put it one side. Well, I have 48 and I have an extra pencil, which makes it 49. I got this one as a tester pencil, so like, you know, sometimes you get a sample. This is like a sample pencil. So, which actually, funny enough, this color is actually not in this 48 set, so it works out just perfect. It's a nice box. It does look nice on the shelf, and it keeps them protected. But even if it was just in a tin, then you know it's worth it. I'm happy for the pencils themselves, whether they're in the box or not, because they are lovely. Obviously, Heather can tell you till the cows come home that they are nice. Do I have a video? I think I've used them in a video, but if you click on Heather's tag, Colour and Felt with Heather, she's just done a 3-part colouring with them, using them for pretty much the entire picture. So Heather is my mod, so you'll see her name in blue. If you click on her stream, her last 3 videos are the Kirby Roseanne's Werewolf, and she's done a full colouring on them, and she's brilliant with Inktense. So if you're looking for someone who's really good at Inktense, click on Heather. But obviously, by all means, watch me use them. So yeah, Heather just finished her Kirby Roseanne's image, and that was brilliant. Sorry, I was getting lost in the chat there for a second. I get easily distracted. So, colour-wise, what we're going to do. So, Heather, what do you recommend? Do you recommend me putting the pencil on and activating with water, or doing it from, like, adding it on as paint? You usually just do it as a pencil, don't you? Mrs. Coffee would be easy to just pronounce rather than going coffee and crochet and coffee. So I'll just say coffee next time. So that is Sienna Gold. What else do we have? Sicilian Yellow and Sun Yellow. Great. So I want to use them straight on for darker work. Awesome. Thanks, Heather. So I'll try that one, and I have got some water brush markers here. These are the Derwent ones. They are good, but you do find the writing on the Derwent comes away. So you can just see there the writing, but it's coming off, and they have the indication where it's a fine, if it's a chisel, or if it's a brush, like a brush end. But this is the finest one. Yeah, it's worked okay. So again, I'll just go in with the Sienna Gold. And I'm just using the Sienna Gold on the darkest points, so where you can see the black, it's where I'm going to use a bit of pressure with the Sienna Gold because it's the darkest areas. And I'll probably use a little bit of brown once this dries over the top. I do a lot of colouring lately though. If you've got me on Instagram, you've probably seen a few posts up there. If you haven't, it's just, if you do want to follow me on Instagram, it's just @colourwithsean, exactly the same as the YouTube name. You're more than welcome to follow me on there, and then tag me in your colourings as well. I like to see what you do. Or if you want to direct message me, you can do that on Instagram as well. I finished recently an Ennis image, which had turned the girl into Pennywise the clown, which I do actually have a clown fear, but I just thought it would look cool as Pennywise, so I just braved it and made her into Pennywise. And I think it's because I've got a fear of clowns. I think my fear transferred into the image and actually made the image look better for it. So that was pretty cool. Thank you very much, Heather. Yeah, Heather is really good with the Inktense. I've got a little bit more practicing to do with them, as I've not used them a lot. Problem is, I get into a comfort zone with some things, and I'll just stick with that. But really, as a channel, I should really be testing myself and really diving into different media for you guys, really, because not everyone uses the same thing, and you want to see me use different things because it caters for everyone. So that's a bit of straw. I think that's straw as well, and obviously straw in the hat. Oh yes, you have to put the HTTP in, I think, for it to work. You've got it. Awesome. Yeah, yes, you did. I saw that you liked it, Kayla. I also did one with the Anastasia. Is it Anastasia? Ellie Caldereva, the one that does the Mysteria and the Nocturnes coloring book, which is very popular. And she has a free image section on her website, and this one was of the couple cuddling. And what I decided to do is color the girl in all colors. She's got her eyes closed and she's cuddling the guy. And you could think she looks a little bit sad. So I made her full color. Then for him, I just colored his t-shirt in like a dark navy sort of black blue color. And then his skin was just left grayscaled, and his hair as well. And the background was painted black, and then there was a movie sign with the lights, and it was said forever, never apart, forever my heart. So my concept was that he's a ghost and she's obviously still loves and misses him. So that was another. You could say it's got like a haunted sort of theme to it, but it's also got a romantic theme to it as well. Yeah, you just go onto her website, Kayla, creatively something. If you type Anastasia Ellie Caldereva, who does the Mysteria Nocturnes, if I find it, then I'll message you it. But if you go onto her website, then she has a section where she has free images, and that's when it was on there. She made that image just before, I think it was just after Mysteria was published, and just before she started the Nocturnes one. They are lovely books, and I've coloured a Mysteria, but I've actually never finished one in Mysteria yet. I think I just get a bit scared because I don't want to mess it up in case, because the books are not cheap, they're really expensive. But at the end of the day, it's a colouring book. You're meant to colouring in it and enjoy it. So I think I just need to get over that hurdle and just colour in it. Just get over my initial fear of thinking, oh, what if I mess it up? If you think that way, then you probably will mess it up. Yeah, I've got Serene as well, and I haven't coloured in that yet. But I really want to colour in that one. I think it's just finding the perfect opportunity to start in it. I might do something in that in the new year. Sorry guys, David's trying to print something. But yeah, you can get the Mysteria and the Nocturne book directly from Anastasia herself. I found that was just a little bit cheaper doing it directly through Anastasia than going through Etsy. But it depends on which part of the world you're from as well. So obviously, the most expensive thing can be shipping. Sometimes the shipping can be more than the book itself, which does defeat you in regards to paying that much. But the artist can't help the pricing because that's what the postage costs, which is it's ridiculously expensive postage these days. So that's got some hair there. Let's try a little bit of brown in there as well, as I mentioned before. A bit darker brown. Time are we on? About 11 minutes. So I'm definitely not going to get this finished on stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue it off stream as well, because on Thursday we do have the Kim White color and chat in the feature. So I do want to concentrate on that on Thursday. So I'll do this one off stream. Hi, David.
Hi, guys.
David's in the room. Unshadowed in his bed. Yeah, he seemed to have changed his mind from wanting Baby You to be with me.
I know. Traitor.
David?
Mm-hmm.
Have a cup of tea? Thank you.
Suppose.
You can make yourself one if you want.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you can make yourself a cup of tea, but why gotta make me one?
No, that's not how you put it first.
Hi, Brittany. How are you doing? Yeah, she's printing off some documents. I could be sitting here and randomly I just hear a I'm like, oh, must be printing something. He doesn't wait until I finish streaming. He'll just do it. You know, that's just how that's how he is. Right. Let's try doing something with our eyes. So. Heather should have gotten to say, hey, up me duck, you alright? But now that he's in Newcastle, you'll go, hey, up me duck, you alright? And Ari is like all right in our sort of lingo in the northeast. It is. That's me and David. You just noticed that. Yeah, this is a coaster that it's got a photo inside of me and David, and we went to Alton Towers, which is a theme park in the UK, and it's got a massive steep drop, and it just goes up and then it just drops straight down into a big tunnel, and that's the photo it caught us on. Yeah, that's good spot there, Christine. Oh yeah, me and David always have a laugh. I think that's what keeps our relationship fresh, is that we're always laughing. And I always say laughter is fuel for the soul. Payne's grey. So when it comes to eyes, I always add a little bit of a light grey, but shade it in the white part. It just makes the eyes look more three-dimensional. And I quite like the Payne's grey because the Payne's grey's got like a little bit. See, I told you guys I can't speak today. A little bit of blue in it. Let that dry a little bit, but I will go in the corners with. Normally I would do like a red or a pink, but because she's pretty much a scarecrow, I get the feeling she's going to be like a browny yellow color. So I'll put a browny yellow color in the corner. Thanks, babe. Heather's here. How do you say hello to Heather in your language?
In my language?
Yeah. She's from your neck of the woods, sort of.
All right. Okay. Hey, up, Ducky, you all right?
And how do you say it now? Ew, duck yari.
Aye. Bit of East Midlands with a Geordie twang.
Ew, duck yari. Have you started the gloss? David, have you started the gloss? You've done the gloss? All right. He's been glossing. David. Heather and April say A up. And then we have the antique white. I don't have the. Do I have the Chinese white? I do have another set of Inktense somewhere, but this is the antique white. But there is a Chinese white as well. And I think Heather uses the Chinese white more, don't you, than the antique? And then what should we do next? Do some lips, because I've only got what 4 minutes left until Nick and Tina are on. So I'll do the lips, and then I'm going to have to finish the rest off screen. So at least if I do some lips, then I've got some features done. Just trying to think of colours for the lips. I think we should do some orange lips. That might be different. Oh, thanks, Dusty. It'll look better once I get more colour on, but as I say, it's a shorter stream tonight because there's like a lot of streams going on this evening, which is cool. It's good content. Are you from Nottingham as well, April? Yeah, because I remember, because obviously from Ryan winning the prize. I did tell David that actually. It was someone from Nottingham won the prize. So I hope you are both enjoying the pencils, because we know that Ryan's not going to use them just himself. Yeah? Obviously, you've got to use them as well. He's obviously going to have to share. And they are nice pencils. Hi, Louise. You know, this entire time that I'm using these Inktense, I'm thinking, Heather's probably thinking, what are you doing, Sean? You're doing that wrong. I'm sorry, Heather. I don't know better. Oh, thanks, Rochelle. So we're going to have a lot of oranges, browns, bit of greenage. We're going to have yellows and things like that. So it's going to be very autumn colours. We'll have like a blue colour on the raven. But I'll have to try and cover the hat with a colour. So maybe like a nice dark brown or something for the hat. So that is that done. Is there anything else I want to quickly do? I suppose I could do the wood quickly. See if I've got time to do the wood. Oh, they're on right now. Right, okay, so I'll just fill that in with a bit of colour. So yeah, that's all I've got time for today. As I will be back on Thursday doing the Halloween special, and that'll be 8 p.m. GMT, and we'll be featuring Kim White and her Creative Happy Life Club. So I hope to see you on Thursday, 8 p.m. GMT. It's been lovely seeing you all here. And yeah, pop over to Nick and Tina. They're on now. And thank you so much for popping along to the stream. Love you all, guys. And I do appreciate your love and support. And thank you for the thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Love you all. Good night. Bye. Mwah.